Hey guys, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Q&A and I'm also going to be doing another little showing off my collection on how I collect and keep track of everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that part done first. I'm going to show you how I collect, how I keep track of everything, that kind of thing. I know in most people's videos for collectors, you see, you know, bookshelves full, movies in the background and stuff like that. I've never really actually had a setup like that. I think I've done how I've done my collection for most of the time that I've been collecting movies this way. Except for maybe like in the very, very beginning, when I had just one bookshelf that, I think it was even when VHSs were still a thing. And you could get them at thrift store. I mean, I know you could still do that, but I mean, they weren't obsolete quite yet. But this is what I do. I have binders, and they're numbered, like this is number 1 through 196. So, I will show you. Sorry, I got Creature in my lap too, so. Okay, so. Okay, like the first movie, this is Misery. Probably see how scratched it is from how often I play, but it has a number 1 on it, on the inner circle, and then it also has a KBW, my initials, and then that's my boy. It has a sticker with a number 2 on it, and then again my initials. And then, you know, Red 2 has a number 3, and again my initials. So, it continues on like that throughout the whole book. So, some have stickers, some don't, and it's only in this book, really, that there are stickers. And I don't actually know why. I did that at first, I think, just to be able to easily remove the sticker, but they're actually a pain in the ass to remove. And then also, I don't know why I did that, since I put my initials on them, the disc is already being written on. And the reason why I do this, I know, you know, a lot of collectors, you know, want pristine condition, which that's perfectly fine, you know, of course. If I would have thought of this, what I'm about to say, oh, I got a little on me. Before I did the first video I did where I was showing off how I collect and everything, I would have done it that way to keep the discs, you know, with no writing on them. But, before I get there, reason why I did it this way is because I don't ever plan on selling my collection. And also my friends used to borrow my movies, and also I don't know why. I don't know. I just did it that way just because, I guess. I don't know why I always wanted to put my initials. The number is there, of course, for organizing and keeping track. But my initials, I don't know why I started doing that. So, I don't know. Let me see if I can... Here, Creature baby, can you move out of my lap for a second, honey? Let go of the blanket. He's like a baby. He actually still tries to nurse off the blanket because it's so soft. Go over there for a second. Hold on. Okay, so what I was going to say is, instead of putting, you know, the sticker or writing on the disc, which I never thought about this, blonde, I know, I could have actually just put it on the fucking plastic on the outside of the sleeve of these. and it would have still kept the number there and everything. It would have been fine. But I didn't think about that until, like I said, I did the first video on where I was showing off my collection. So I think I'm going to start doing it that way from here on out instead of writing on the discs. But again, you know, I don't ever plan on selling my collection. Everybody does their own thing, you know, and so, yeah. But I think that might be what I do from here on out. But with my 200 or 25, whatever numbers that are already numbered and have my initials on them and everything, because you can get this off with rubbing alcohol, or I heard someone in a video when I was trying to figure out how to get this off, they said you can use one of those magic erasers from Mr. Clean, but I couldn't really do that. I don't know. I don't know if I was doing it wrong. I'm too blonde to figure it out. I don't know. But the rubbing alcohol worked. But on some of the discs, though, especially on the Disney discs, it actually started to remove the artwork on the disc. So, I mean, yeah. Anyways. But this is how my system works. So this is one case. And then I have everything written down in my movie list. And like I said, it goes all the way to 2508 is what I have. That is actually cataloged and numbered and everything. Everything is in a case, has my initials, and has the number that is in this book written on it. So everything is organized and kept track of. That's just the way, like I said, I have always done it. I don't know if I started the number system because, like, friends were borrowing movies and it was easy to keep track of, or if it was because I got so many that I needed a system. I mean, I honestly do not know why I started doing it this way, but this is how I've always done it, so this is how I'm going to keep on doing it. These are all that's in this book. This is all just DVDs. This doesn't include any of my box sets for TV shows. It doesn't include any of my animated movies. And it does not include any Blu-rays. So this is all just straight DVDs. Are you having fun sitting up there, little one? Huh? Yeah. And then what I do, I have just a cheap little plastic envelope thingy, and it holds all the artwork. I don't like throw the artwork away, I keep it. So, and it's not alphabetized. Oh, honey, oh, you got it? Okay, you know what, come here. I'm gonna set you down. There we go. I don't keep these, well, not in this case at least. I do have, because I have so many, a drawer up there that is kind of alphabetized just by letter, not by full on alphabetical order. Just alphabetized by letter. But yeah, I do keep the artwork, and I keep the inserts on the inside if they have one, like for the code, or just like on older ones with the chapter lists or booklets, whatever, inserts on the inside. Sorry, I don't know why I keep like drawing a blank on what the hell I want to say next. And sorry, I know these cases look like shit too, but I've had them forever. I mean, and I have cats that like to scratch at them. I don't really have. Can I have this, sweetie? Okay, here, will you come over here? Here, you and your brother go play. So this is another case. Again, like I said, I have cats. And this one starts... Are you coming up? Yep, there you are. Peekaboo. This one starts at 1011. So I just wanted to show off again. Just some more. This one is actually a much nicer case than the last one. On the inside, at least, I think. But it doesn't hold, I don't think it holds as much. This one holds like 200 and something, so. But I like it because it's all black inside, of course. But, and you can see now the reason why I did the stickers on ones and other cases other than that first case that I showed you, why I had to do stickers is see on black, you know, how you can see it now because I found a silver Sharpie. But before, I don't know exactly how long they had a silver Sharpie for, but when they didn't have the silver Sharpie, they only had just the black. You can't really write, you know, black on black. So either I'd have to find a spot somewhere on a disc like this that's really dark, or I would put a sticker on it so you could actually see the number. If that makes any sense or not, I do not know. But in with these, you actually, for me at least, that these never change. You know, they're always this number. They're always in this specific case. So, it may seem, or I don't know if it would seem actually like this is hard to keep track of everything or not, but this is actually really easy for me. A lot of times because when I'm searching for movies, you know, you look through the book so much, you know, especially if you don't know what you want to watch and you just pick out one of the books and just start going through it like, ooh, what do I want to watch? That you get used to where the movies are. So, you know, this actually makes it easier to find. And also, I do have a movie app on my phone. It's just to have another way to keep track of everything. Because I didn't have one for a while. I used to have one on my actual computer when we had a computer. That was, shit, like 10 years ago or something. And then I found the movie app for on my phone. I don't know. 3, 4, something like that years ago. And I mean, it takes a lot to catalog all of this because I don't even have any of my movies that aren't numbered, which is probably like over 1,000 right now. And also, I don't have any cases, any of these, to put any of my movies in. So right now, everything is just sitting in storage bins or in bags. And it's completely, like, developed or enveloped my whole room or whatever. So I have barely any room to move. So, but... So one thing I can do if I am looking for a certain movie is I can just search it in the app. I can look it up in my book right here. Or I can just search for it case by case if I want to do it that way. So, but that's how I do it. I do try to keep some things, like I said, like my animated movies, because like I've said many times, I love animated just about as much as I love horror. So, horror would be like way too hard because of all the subgenres and everything like that to really have it all be together in its own collection like with animated movies. I mean, animated movies are pretty, there's just animated, you know, there's, yeah. So, same thing like with box sets, you know, so, but that, I keep those ones separated, and I really do need to start numbering my box sets, especially the ones that are finished. And again, same thing with my animateds. I don't know why I haven't numbered them yet. I think it's because I actually want to get a couple new cases to put those in, because I hate the cases that they're in right now. They're not very nice looking or anything. But anyways, so that's how I keep track of my collection and how I catalog everything. That's just my personal way to do it. If it helps anybody, maybe with some different storage ideas or way to keep track of stuff, you know, great. If not, then like I said, that's just how I've done it personally for as long as I can remember. So, okay. Now getting on to the Q&A. So, first question I'm going to answer was from, I only got like 2 questions. I can't remember if I said that in the beginning or not. 2 questions, and then one is from Hobbs Horror, and the other one is from Bryce, or Y2K Basis 19 on Instagram. I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. I was talking with him, and he went ahead and asked me some additional questions, since all I had was 2 that came in for my actual, you know, post on Instagram, and the one comment Hobbs Horror did for, on my video. So, and then I have a couple of questions that I added myself. So, first one from Hobbs Horror is, what is your favorite Halloween genre movie? That one is actually a really hard question. And no, I'm not going to say Nightmare Before Christmas, because that's just going to be way too easy. So, I would probably say Hocus Pocus, honestly, just because that's one that I know that I've grown up watching, and I still love it to this day. I mean, Bette Midler, she is just the best, man. I love her so much in that movie. And freaking, oh god, what is her name? The one who plays Sarah. She's so stupid. I love it. I mean, I just love it so much. And a talking cat, I mean, Binks. I named one of my cats Binks, actually. I mean, yeah. So, Hocus Pocus, I would say, is my favorite. And then for the questions from Bryce, when did you first start collecting movies? I don't know for sure, like, back in California or anything, if I really collected, like, VHSs or anything like that when I was a kid. I mean, I know I had, like, movies and stuff, but, like, as far as DVDs go, I'm gonna go with that, because that's when we first moved here, was that I didn't ever have cable in my room, because my room was always too messy for my mom, and she didn't want to let the cable guy into my room. She was embarrassed or whatever. So, my aunt got me, I don't know if she got me the DVD player and the movies, or just the movies, but it was Phone Booth, and I don't know if it was Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2. It was one of them, though. But it was those two movies, and I had them, and that was pretty much all I had to watch, and I would just watch them over and over and over, because that's all I had to watch. So, and got here when I was 15, so I'm gonna say 15, maybe 16. I mean, I imagine, well, I don't know, because we actually didn't live at this house until our second year here, so it might have been 16, actually, because at the apartment, yeah, I think it's 16, actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with 16, and then, when I met my first boyfriend, he introduced me to the pawn shops, and how cheap everything was, and then just everything went crazy from then on. I was just obsessed and crazy for movies, and I've been that way ever since. So there's that. And then, favorite vacation. That one, I don't really remember many of the vacations from, like, my childhood or anything, but I would say not partly my last trip back home and partly my trip before that back home. And the reason why in, was that 14? Yeah, I think 2014, when I was able to go back home to California for my grandma's memorial service. It had actually been 8 years since I had gone home, since I had seen my dad, my niece, my aunts, my brother, anything. I haven't seen anybody for 8 years. So I was so thrilled to go home, and it was also around Christmas time. The reason why I say only half, of course, is because, you know, it was for my grandma's memorial. And also on the flight back, there was a freaking 16-hour layover at Denver, Colorado. That had to be one of the most miserable experiences ever, because they could not give for sure an answer on when the plane was going to be leaving. So, that was just terrible. Just sitting in the Denver, I never want to go back there. No. No. So, and then, the last trip back home, oh my god, was that in 17, I think, for my niece's wedding. I gotta actually, you okay, Kapad? Oh, another little. Sorry, everybody's going crazy right now. You alright, Lydia? Golly. Okay, sorry. Yeah, when I flew back from my niece's wedding, I actually got to stay there for 2 weeks instead of, I think it was 5 days, last time in 2014. So that was good. The only problem is that my dad wasn't in the greatest of moods because his car had broken down and he had to get a new car and signed a contract that had, you know, a large price tag on it for his payments for each month, and he wasn't happy. It just, a whole bunch of drama stuff happened because of car issues for my dad, and he needed a car, of course, for while I was down there. So it was just a lot of drama stuff that, you know, wasn't very good. That kind of put a little bit of a foul mood on the trip. But yeah, so that's that one. Sorry, I am going way too long probably with answers, but the last movie I watched, and was it any good? I think the last movie I watched was the Bigfoot, it was something about Bigfoot, but it was a found footage movie, and yeah, I really liked it. Favorite actor and actress. Actor, I think Bruce Willis. I really love him. And actress, as of right now, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Kind of a cross between Margot Robbie and Charlize Theron, I would say. Now, for voice actor, um, it'd be a cross between Frank Welker and Mark Hamill. Um, and for actress, I don't know. Yeah, that one I don't know. Um, so next question is, do you like surprises? Yes, I actually love surprises. Um, that is the reason why, like, for Birds of Prey and for Joker, I never watched single trailer. I never read any articles. I stayed completely away from anything having to do with either one of those movies because I wanted to be completely surprised watching them. I didn't want to know a thing about it. And yeah. So I am very much a person who likes surprises, yes. If money was no object, what would you do all day? I'd probably shop. Um, I still wouldn't, I'm not one of those people who, um, envy all the fancy stuff like, the Gucci and whatever kind of crap like that. I'd still be shopping at Hot Topic and looking for movies on eBay and dollar store and going to pawn shops and stuff like that, Um, so, but yeah, I would be shopping and getting whatever I could. Um, and I'd definitely be getting as much, I'd just like fill up or design a house in the exact image of everything that I love, Nightmare and horror and Beetlejuice and, Harley Quinn and everything. So that would just be awesome. And Chucky too. That would be awesome. How often do you buy clothes? That really just depends. Maybe I'll get something every other month. It kind of depends on, like with Hot Topic, if it's hot cash that I have and I'm able to use it, I'll probably get a couple of items. Or, if they have one rare thing, like the last thing that I ordered from there was a pair of leggings. I just got the regular, I think 20% off. And that was probably a month, give or take, ago. Um, and then before that, I think it's been a little while, actually. Probably about a couple of months or something before that. And then that sweatshirt I wore in one of my videos that says, like, I literally don't care, or something like that on the front, the black and white one. I had just gotten that, I think that day, over at Dollar General. And it was 50% off, so it was like $12.50, so it was like $6.25 or whatever that I paid for it. And yeah. think that's it. That's been like the last month and a half or so, give or take, that I've gotten. So it really does just depend on sales and what the money situation is, because again too, you know, I've been buying so many movies too that I haven't really been focusing on anything else, even though there's, you know, probably like $3,000 worth of stuff that I want over at Hot Topic, probably maybe even more than that. But if you could hang out with 4 people, living or dead, who would they be? um Shit, I have no idea. Um, I do not know. Scooby-Doo and the gang. That's 5 people, though. Um, Chester Bennington. He's the one who actually got me into rock. Um, Bruce Willis. Um, it doesn't say it can't be a fucking cartoon character, so I'm gonna say Harley Quinn. um, and Tim Burton. There we go. Okay. Favorite movie. Again, I'm not gonna say Nightmare Before Christmas because that's just too easy. Um, that, I think that's too hard of a question. I can say like one of my all-time favorite movies ever is True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis. And another one of my all-time favorites is Titanic. Um, let's see. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Alright, so continuing on with favorite movies, I already said True Lies and Titanic. Another one would be House on Haunted Hill. Not the original. I've never seen the original. I think it has Vincent Price in it, if I'm not mistaken. Which I do want to see that one. But the remake, I love it. It is still a creepy one for me. Plus, I love the blood scene when she gets dipped in the blood tub. I love that. And, just the whole insane asylum part and everything, it's just awesome. Another one that I really, really like is, the remake of Evil Dead, because of the blood scene at the very end. I just have a thing with blood, because I love vampires and stuff. You can see right here, support vampires. Um, and then, there's also Cabin in the Woods, I think, right, is the one done by Joss Whedon. The elevator scene when it opens up. And then, also, man, it was right there. What happened to it? Oh, got a little. Crap. It was another bloody blood one. I mean, not, of course there's this Shining, but that's not the movie that I was talking about. It's a more recent one that I cannot think of now. Oh, that's not a bloody one, but another one I was thinking of is Silent Hill. The nurses, the way they move, really freaks me out. Which I love. I actually, again, with surprises and stuff, I actually like to be freaked out and scared and everything, which I don't know if that's twisted or whatever. I don't really care. But, you know, I mean, that's the whole point of scary movies and stuff like that, is for that reason. So, but it doesn't happen very often. It takes a lot, actually, at least movie-wise, to scare me. I mean, I am such a scaredy cat. My mom will just, you know, walk into the kitchen or whatever, and I'll just, you know, she'll scare the hell out of me. I don't know why. It's just, it's funny though, you know. But yeah. So, okay, you. Can I see the other side of this paper? Thank you so much. Okay, so these are questions that I came up with. Favorite song from Nightmare Before Christmas. For me, there's actually 2 songs that I love the most from Nightmare. It would be This Is Halloween and, Jack's, is it Laminate? The one where he sings in the graveyard. Laminate? Doesn't feel like I'm saying that right. But where he says, you know, I take off my head and can, quote Shakespearean quotations. And since I am dead, I could take off my head and quote Shakespearean quotations. Yeah. Those are my 2 absolute favorite songs from Nightmare. I mean, I love all the songs, of course. I especially love, Evanescence covering Sally's song in the remix, album. And of course, Korn doing Kidnap Santa Claus, and Marilyn Manson covering This Is Halloween. Oh my god, I love that so much. But yeah. Okay, next question. First concert. I wanted to put that in to kind of show how different I changed from when I was in California to how I am now, and since I've lived here, and I don't really know what happened in the change. If it was literally because we moved here, I don't think it really had to do with any of my friends or anything like that. I don't know what happened, but my very first concert from my 13th birthday, my dad actually got me NSYNC concert tickets. Yeah. I was actually, like, beyond, like how I am with Nightmare Before Christmas, beyond obsessed. I was beyond obsessed with Backstreet Boys. Gotta remember, this was back in, like, when I was 13, would have been 1999, I believe. Yeah. Should have been 1999. Anyways, but yeah, even though I don't know exactly why it was NSYNC tickets instead of Backstreet Boy tickets, or if I honestly even really gave a shit or not, you know, because I know there was a whole rival, whatever, between them, I think, I really do have a bad memory, and also, that was such a long time ago, too, that I don't know. But I do know from looking at pictures from, we went and ate at Planet Hollywood, my dad took me there with the family and one of my friends and everything, and yeah, surprised me with NSYNC tickets, and that was my very first concert. So, but when I lived in California, I was, you know, Backstreet Boy obsessed, and Britney Spears, and Eminem, Ja Rule, DMX, Ludacris, you know, Dr. Dre, all of that kind of stuff is what I listened to. But Backstreet Boys was my absolute favorite. That and Eminem, because I can remember having a huge, like my poster up here, um, having a huge ass one of Eminem. I can remember having that in my room. Even here, the first year that we lived here, I think I had a big ass poster of Eminem. And so it was NSYNC, and then my dad also had some concert tickets to go see Madonna that his girlfriend at the time, whatever, couldn't go to, so he took me. Saw them at the Staples Center. Can't remember where we saw on NSYNC. I think was just at the Orange County Fair. It was outside, but then saw Madonna and I think Backstreet Boys too at the Staples Center. Yeah, it was just NSYNC, Madonna, and then I finally got to see the Backstreet Boys. It was me and my cousin Chrissy. She was absolutely obsessed with Backstreet Boys too. But yeah. But then when we moved here, like I said, except for my very first year here, I completely changed. I dyed my hair all the way black. I was completely goth and into metal and rock and just, I don't know what happened. So, but yeah, my very first concert was NSYNC, but my very first rock concert, which they're not that heavy, it was Creed, and I think Seven Dust opened for them. And then I saw Seether, I think was the next one. And then was it Mudvayne? I can't remember. But they started getting heavier and heavier. But my actual first rock concert here in Texas was Creed. But my actual first concert ever was NSYNC. But yeah. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. Because I always wonder, like, what brought on such that drastic change from how I was from when I lived in California to how much I changed living here. I don't know what brought on the change or anything, but I mean, I'm definitely happier this way because, you know, I can't stand that music now, except for, like, for nostalgia reasons and stuff and to just, you know, have fun with. But, yeah. So anyways, the next question I came up with is, if you could be a monster, which would you be? Like, you know, from the Universal monsters like Invisible Man or Creature from the Blue or Black Lagoon, whatever one it is, Dracula or werewolf, you know, that kind of thing, or a mummy, whatever. Of course, mine would be a vampire. So, and then the last one that I could come up with for right now was just what is your favorite series from Hanna-Barbera? And mine, of course, would be Scooby-Doo. So, yeah, that's all that I came up with on my own for questions for this Q&A. I don't know, probably went into too much detail on some or not enough details on other, I don't know. But yeah, so that's just a little bit more information on me, personally. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better, and I hope you guys like how, you know, or at least that it makes sense on how I collect movies and organize, catalog, whatever, my DVD collection, where you guys can understand at least on how I keep track of everything and stuff like that. And yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm probably not going to do another Q&A for a while. But if you guys do have any questions, just in any video about anything ever, you can always ask. I always respond. And another thing I forgot to mention, which I should have done at the beginning of the video, but I wasn't thinking, sorry, is that I hit 100 subscribers. So thank you guys so much. I mean, I can't believe I am actually at 100 subscribers. I mean, I didn't even think, you know, that I would reach like 10 subscribers. So this is actually really incredible and awesome, and just, yeah, I'm just really, really happy to have so many people who are interested in my channel. And, yeah, and I'm hoping I can continue to grow, and, yeah, just hopefully you guys continue like what I'm doing, and hopefully I can put out some more content and other stuff that you guys like, and keep it going. So, okay guys, well, have a good night or afternoon, whatever it is, and, yeah, I'll be back soon. Alright, stay safe out there, guys. Bye. Hey guys, sorry, there was something I forgot to mention. As you've seen probably in the book where it says right here off to the side, started October 18. That does not mean that's when I started my collection back up, from when I had to sell everything off back in 2011 and 12. That's just when I started this book, because I actually rewrite my collection every couple of years or year or whatever. This one right here, let's get to it. I started, what is that, 8 August, right? Yeah. I haven't gotten very far, though. I've only gotten to where I've written up to the 1200s so far, so, I mean, I know it's been since August. I should have this already completed, but, you know, I got really into it where I was writing in it every night for a couple of hours. I was, you know, making good speed, and then all of a sudden I just got tired of writing and I stopped, so, but yeah, it's just because I update my list every couple of years, like I said, just to rewrite it. I don't know, I like doing it. That's just another thing that's personal for me. And another thing I wanted to mention too is that I have another notebook that is completely and totally filled with movies that I want to own. And this thing is full front to back. So, as you can see, I cross stuff off whenever I get it, of course. But yeah, this entire book is filled with movie titles and movies that I want. So that probably seems ridiculous. Maybe, I don't know. But makes me feel good to actually be able to cross off movies from this list and everything, because it makes me feel like I accomplished something. I don't know if that seems stupid or, I don't know, maybe cheesy or whatever, but, you know, I am literally movie obsessed. Movies are kind of my life. And, yeah. So, plus, you know, it's just nice to have a list of, you know, what movies are all out there, because there are just so many. And so, when you can forget ones that you want, you know, and everything. So, it's another reason why I do this. I have another book that's got, like, another little section thingy or whatever of the notebook full of more movies that I want. So, I'm in no shortage of movies that I want. So, but I wanted to show that off too, because, yeah, a whole book full of movies I want. And then almost once I'm done with this one, I think it'll probably be halfway through this notebook will be movies that I own. Or I don't know, it might go a little bit thicker than that even, just because of all the new movies. But I can't really do anything with those movies until I get more binders because I have no way to keep track of them because they'll just keep getting moved around and everything while they're in their cases and stuff like that until I can actually put them in a binder and assign them a number and everything. So, but yeah, anyway, sorry, I just wanted to mention that little part too before I let you go. Okay, alright, well guys, stay safe out there and I will see you soon. Alright, bye.